Big SEO news today. Google announced their new AI feature. You can check out the full presentation and notes here. But basically, search generative experience is coming and it is fascinating. Google making some massive move and it is literally a all day in SEO. Now, you can see some of the initial thoughts here, but a lot is going to change in SEO. So I literally just got back to the land of smiles after speaking at the summit in Romania, hopped off the plane and saw this crazy announcement, and it is getting wild out there. This is probably one of the most important videos I've made this year. So make sure you keep watching if you want to stay ahead of the curve, because today I'm going to talk you through what GSE means for you, your website, what you need to be aware of as an SEO so you don't get left behind, and the best SEO strategies to keep your website ranking and future-proof it so that you can stay ahead of 99% of your competitors. So what's going on? Basically, Google is testing AI in search results, and you can check out the full article here talking about generative search. It literally just got announced yesterday, May the 10th, and they've announced a new feature called Search Generative Experience, which uses AI to generate information to provide users with a summary of the search results, right? So you can see an example here. So with this AI feature, people can ask follow-up questions, they can click more. Basically, AI generates on the spot on the page. And you can see, especially for e-commerce, this is massive. This is going to be huge. Now, it's powered by Google's large language model, which source information from the open web. And by the way, this is not Bard. This is completely different. This is generative AI. So you can see how it works here. And it generates new content based on what people are searching for. So it figures out the search intent of the keywords people type in. And then it gives them more questions they can ask, like follow-ups here, they can dig deeper over here. And then you have the SERPs underneath. So this is like a big feature snippet. Now, is it going to happen for every single search feature? No. But this basically adds another layer of input and output to guide you to new questions on the page. What I would say is that it's not going to affect every single search. For example, right, AI can be overconfidently wrong about information. So for now, Google are not going to be using this on your money or your life industries like medical, etc., where there's lower confidence scores. But it is a super smart move by Google. Like, they've had serious competition with OpenAI and ChatGPT coming into being. They needed to make a big move, and this is what they've done. And basically, searches are going to be way more in depth now, which keeps people on the page for longer. And it's like a mini blog. If you see, like, it's got reviews next to each product, it's got the ratings, etc. It's a lot more in depth. People stay on the page for long. And what it will do is cite other websites. So it will still link out to other review pages, for example. But the difference is these are like more on the side, right? So the risk is lower click-through rates for your website. If people get the answer straight on the first page of Google, sometimes they're not going to click through to your website because the information they need is already pulled in from your article. So you need a smarter keyword strategy, and I'll come on to that later. Now, if you didn't already know, a lot of searches don't actually get many clicks. So for example, if someone types a keyword into Google, can cats eat bananas right now, before these AI updates, that's just like a yes or no answer, right? So you can see here, for example, a search like this, only 59% of the searches for this keyword don't get any clicks at all, which makes sense, right? People get the answer straight on the page, just as they would with the search generative experience. And if you didn't already know this, apparently 62% of all Google searches get no clicks. And if you scroll down to people also ask section, you can see that a lot of the answers already on the first page AI would probably create a nicer and better user experience. I think the good news is, and no one's really talked about this, but it actually makes Google a better product, which means more people are going to search and they'll search for longer, which could potentially lead to more traffic to your site. The difference is you really have to adapt. I'll show you some of the best strategies soon, but I just want to explain how this is going to work. And you can see already, so it'd be like a more updated version of this. I wonder if they're going to remove the people also ask section and replace it with generative AI. So if you look at this search query, for example, you can't see a people also ask section. Maybe it's down there, but you can see this ask a follow-up, which is basically like an AI generated people also ask section. Now there's going to be a weird feedback loop here because a lot of websites are already using AI to create content, right? So let's say you have AI content written sites, but then Google's AI generative feature pulls in that AI content from other websites who are writing their content, ChatGPT or whatever AI tools they're using. And this becomes like a weird feedback loop, right? Like an echo chamber, because you've got AI tools like ChatGPT that are generating content. That content gets published to websites, and then the content from that website is fed into generative search experience results. there's two things that apply here. Number one, you should be adding more value than just AI written content, right? I don't think that's enough anymore because everyone has access to the same prompts and the same technology and stuff. But also, as you can see from this weird feedback loop, there's no real creativity involved, which means that if you add something unique to your content, all of a sudden it's going to be differentiated from everyone else. And therefore, you're probably more likely to go up the rankings, especially if you talk about your own experiences or add more authority to your content, which I'll talk about today. But basically, as you can see, users get more information and context to their searches. This makes it faster for them to understand their problem for the keyword they're searching for. And it's probably going to change the way people shop as well. Now, you can actually sign up here. If you're based in the US and you search in English, you should be able to sign up here. You need to use a personal Gmail. You can't use a workspace Gmail, apparently, but it's definitely worth signing up for that. Interestingly, Google's share price went way up after this announcement, right? So 4% doesn't sound like a lot, but in less than 24 hours, for a company of Google's size, is absolutely massive, especially when they took a hit after they had some problems with Bard and that experiment. And you can see the share price just gone to the moon, right? So you can see there's a lot more optimism versus before, where everyone was talking about ChatGPT replacing Google or Bing being a serious competitor. You can see that this is a much nicer user experience than anything I've seen before. Now, there's definitely mixed feelings about this from SEOs. And as you can imagine, some people won't be happy about it, right? For example, a lot of fear out there, a lot of negativity, which I totally understand. So what's the solution? When you're doing keyword research, what you should not be doing is going after generic keywords anymore, right? If AI can answer it in 2 minutes, it's not going to be ideal, especially if you're investing some serious money and time into that content. If you're just blasting out 1,000 blogs with auto blogging AI, then sure, you can go for these keywords. It's not a big problem. But if you're investing in a team of human written content, if you're spending time editing that content and really putting some serious quality control into it, then I wouldn't go after these generic keywords for sure. And the solution is go after keywords that have a subjective answer or something that people would really want to delve deep into. Also, you need to be positioning yourself as an authority. That takes a long time, but if you're an authority in your space and people want to hear your take on things, then they're way more likely to click on you versus everyone else. That means higher click-through rates, but it also means that you're more likely to be shown on Google because Google sees there's a higher CTR overall. Plus, we'll seek out your content and your opinion, which separates you from like some auto-generated AI content. And you can see that Google is still linking out to other sites. In fact, in their presentation that you can check out on YouTube, they mentioned that the top ranking page has the most authority. So this is all about trust. And how do you build trust with Google? You need more backlinks. If you have more backlinks, that's like a sign of credibility to say that your content is good. And if you want to rank higher, you just need more authority. And let's be honest, there's slightly less real estate on the first page for Google now. So you need to be careful with that. The other thing I would say is with your content, mediocre writers are going to be the ones who get wiped out here, because if you've got experts who can write really specific, well-researched content that shows your first-hand experience, that's where you're going to win with your search rankings. What's interesting as well is you can see there's a lot of thumbnails that come up when there's a link to another website, right? Like YouTube. So if you want higher click-through rates on generative search, one of the best strategies might be to improve the featured image in your content so that when people see it and it creates curiosity or it captures attention, then you're more likely to get higher click-through rates, which leads to more search traffic, more revenue for your business. Overall, though, I think we knew this was coming. As I mentioned in one of my other videos the other day, we all have access to the same technology, the same prompts, the same tool, so you have to differentiate your content. And that comes with creativity in your content. It comes with your keyword research that you do. It also comes with the amount of backlinks you build to your content, because this is all about authority now. All right, so what can you do about this? I think Charles Float summed it up pretty well, which is you don't stress about what's going to happen. You have to make sure you evolve. That's what it's all about. It's all about adaptability. If you can keep your eye on the latest trends, the latest research, the latest tools, and stay really close to this technology, you've got a much better chance of getting ahead of everyone else and not being left behind. And we can just break this down into a very simple formula for SEO success, which is adaptability plus continuous learning, if I can spell, equals SEO success, right? So the faster you can adapt and the more you can learn about this topic, the higher the chance of you improving your rankings. And let's be honest, for anyone who doesn't invest their time and resources into learning about AI and how SEO is changing, the brutal truth is they're probably going to be left behind. And I'll come on to that in a minute. So what are the best SEO strategies for you right now? First of all, make sure you sign up to Search Labs if you can, right? Because Google is offering early access to generative AI capabilities but you have to be in the US and you have to be able to search in English. If you can, definitely try to sign up for this to get first-hand experience, to understand the potential implications and opportunity. If you watch my video with Ryan Stewart, it's a pretty honest and brute interview about the serious implications of AI for SEO. And Ryan goes really deep into the mindset you need to understand technology. And it's true, as a website owner or just an SEO, you have basically two choices, right? Which is you adapt now or you become irrelevant. And that's the brutal truth. That's why I share so much of the things I'm learning about on my YouTube channel. And basically, search will evolve and you have to evolve or you get left behind. And stay really close to AI technology. So make sure you're always testing out the latest tools, understanding it. That's why I constantly test out loads of tools. Great place to do that is apps. Or you can just watch my YouTube channel. I've tested loads of different tools on the way: Hub, Auto Blogging, SurgeGraph. That's like the last 3 videos this week. And that's why I'm constantly doing these YouTube videos, right? Because when I teach, I learn that everybody gets their mind blown along the way. So happy days. But as an SEO, you should familiarize yourself with generative AI, not just to learn how it works, also to train your brain to look for ways to adapt and improve in how you implement your SEO. Because as search engines are increasingly using this technology to provide more context and detailed responses to user queries, it's essential for SEOs to really understand how this could affect you. You have to understand this. Now, I would also recommend diversifying your content types. If you can do videos as well as blogs, that's going to help you get even more traffic to your business. And let's be honest, it doesn't matter where you get the traffic from, as long as it's relevant and high quality, because that means more revenue for your business. For example, this video I recently produced just a few days ago got most of its traffic from Google directly. You can see most of the traffic source are external. If we delve into that, you can see most of the external traffic was straight from Google search. Now, generative AI is capable of pulling information from loads of different sources, right? It could be images, text, videos. So it would be one to diversify your content types, optimize all your digital assets, images and videos and stuff, if you want to maximize the amount of traffic you can get. Now, the other tip I would recommend is really understand user intent and taking that very seriously when you create content. So user intent is all about figuring out what problem people are trying to solve when they type that keyword into Google. Now, with AI, it's much better at figuring out search intent than, say, Google previously was. For example, if you pull up Harper AI and you say to Harper AI, based on the page text, what's the user intent for this search? And it will basically tell you exactly what the search intent for that keyword is. So it tells you exactly what people are looking for, the type of insights they're looking for, what type of content, and the main goal, which for best SEO content would be the user wants to understand how to optimize the content to attract organic traffic, engage your audience, and blah, blah, blah. Now, search intent is only going to become more important as AI can easily figure this out better than Google currently can. So overall, it's early days, but you need to be prepared now, and you have to be constantly adapting and learning. And let's be honest, 99% of website owners are not ready, prepared, or have any understanding of this. So if you're watching this, you're probably way ahead of most people and ahead of the game. But imagine you're a plumber in Morecambe. Let's say you're a plumber in sunny Morecambe Bay in the UK. You'd literally have no idea about this stuff. I'm from Morecambe originally, right? And we barely have any electricity up there, let alone any understanding of AI and generative search. So for those people, this is a serious concern and they don't even know. They're like frogs in boiling water. But that's an opportunity for you. So if you want a free course on how to rank your website with AI and really understand the technology, you can get it for free. I'll leave a link in the comments. And by the way, this video is literally scratching the surface of SEO, and it's what I teach my clients in my mastermind, my SEO mastermind here. If you want to check that out, just click the link in the comments. Being totally transparent with you, it's a sales page, so check it out if you want. If not, no worries at all, and I just hope this video helps you. Thank you.